Hello everybody, welcome to a new video now. So are you taking the upcoming May 2025, August 2025 or any of the case studies beyond in this year? This is the video that you got to view. So even if you're coming through the exemptions route, the FLP route, taking the case study directly, whatever route you are coming from, even it may be the traditional route, whatever route you are coming from, the case study principles remain the same. The pattern of the exam remains the same. So the approach pretty much is the same with a few nuances being changed here and there. Through this video, we aim to help you start early, prepare early, be tension free when the pre-scene is out and be well prepared for this exam. So I welcome you on this journey where we are going to give you a lot of tips and tricks of how you can prepare well if you are starting early for May, August, November or the case studies, even after this year. So my name is Devansh. I am the lead tutor at FinTutors. We are CIMA registered tuition providers. 3 years in the row, we have won the Global Pass Rate Excellence Award. Further telling you that whatever tips we give you are going to be well researched, have merit, and we have been delivering very high pass rates, and hence we are able to come up with a comprehensive analysis of what students should do and what they should not do. So a lot of students are anxious because pre-scenes are not released yet. Specifically, let's for example take the May exam. The pre-scene releases at the end of March. So what should I do till the end of March? What should be in my mind till the end of March? Even after the pre-scene is out, 1 week, what should I be doing? Should I directly jump into the pre-scene? I will be discussing all of these tips in this video, and rest assured, all of my students are working professionals. Pretty much all of them are working professionals. So we know that you have limited time. We know that you have limited hours to give to this exam. So everything that we create is going to be very let's say specific and help you maximize your study in a limited number of hours. So any case study exam is divided into 3 parts. The first part being the revision part, the pre-scene part, and writing tips, mock writing. These are the 3 main avenues of any case study exam, may it be the OCS, the MCS or the SCS, it doesn't matter. There are 3 pillars. Each of these 3 pillars, if you give importance to, if you study well, if you ascertain the importance of, the case study exam is a walkthrough. So starting early helps you focus on the revision pillar, reducing your stress, reducing your workload once the pre-scene is out, and in the exam period you can focus on more on the pre-scene, you can focus more on writing tips, mock writing. So very important to understand that these are my 3 main pillars, and each of these 3 pillars one by one we are going to pick up. Before I dive into the 3 pillars, there is one important aspect to consider, which is understanding the case study format. So it's very important that because you're starting early, you may be from the FLP route, exemptions route, it's first important to understand the exam that you are going to take, right? So spend some time understanding the case study format and decode the case study. What is the case study structure? What is the exam like? What are the questions going to be like? What are the requirements for this exam? Understand the weightage for each E, P and F pillar. If you are self-studying, this is the first thing that you should do. Go to the CIMA Study Hub website. On there are lots of free resources which you will find, which will help you understand about the structure of this exam, what this exam is. So if you're from the exemptions route, FLP route, not taken a case study exam before, first time taking a CIMA exam, the first thing that you should be doing is decoding the case study, understanding the pattern and the structure of this case study exam is the first thing that you should be doing. Now, students that sign up for our courses, we do that for you. We have videos which are ready, videos which are available, which will help you understand the structure of this exam in 15 minutes, in 20 minutes, so that you don't have to waste your time and your job is a lot simpler. So signing up with a registered tuition provider like FinTutors has a lot of advantages. The first being, it will help you understand the case study format, saving you the time and effort and to do that, and also giving you the right path, the right guidance. So even if you're self-studying, this is the first thing that you should be doing. Coming back to my pillars now. So the pillars were revision, pre-scene and mock writing practice. The first pillar is the revision pillar. Now a lot of students ask me, how much revision time will I need? What should I revise? What should I start with? There is so much in the E, P and F pillars, whether you're doing OCS, MCS or SCS. First thing, for the OCS and the MCS, the P pillar is the most important pillar. So P1 for OCS, P2 for MCS and E3, E for elephant, for the SCS. These are the most important pillars of the respective exams. So the first thing that you should be doing when you start your revision is master these pillars. Master the approach to studying these the concepts within these pillars. Now again the question arises, there is so much within this pillar, the P1, P2, E3, there are lots of concepts within these pillars. So what should I study? Should I remember everything? Do I have to learn everything, mug everything up? The answer is no. I suggest a good balanced study approach of 2 hours to 3 hours a day, and that will be more than enough. Which means 2 to 3 hours you should be giving per day to revision before the pre-scene is out or even after the pre-scene is out for 1 week or so. Because without at least mastering P1, P2, E3 for the respective case study exams, if you directly jump into the pre-scene, it's not going to be of too much advantage, because within the pre-scene you are expected to highlight E, P and F topic relations. If you haven't studied those topics, how will you make relations? How will you understand the pre-scene in a better way? You won't be able to do that. So the first aspect is the revision aspect, and a good dedicated 2 to 3 hours is needed regularly. Now again, a lot of students, so first we established a regular study pattern. Second, while studying, what you should focus on. Students spend hours and hours solving sums, remembering definitions, remembering every single thing that is there in the notes of the textbooks. That is not needed at all. Not needed. You have to be smart in your case study exam approach. You have to be smart in the case study exam preparation. Even if you let's say you're starting 2 months early to the exam date, 1 month early, 1.5 months early, whatever your situation may be, the first thing will be starting on revision, because that is what forms your base for the exam. You have to be smart in your approach. How to do your revision, how to be smart in your approach is what I'm going to showcase now. So on how to revise, I'm taking you directly to my website now. So on the FinTutors website, when you sign up for one of our study courses, may it be the on-demand course, the full course, or the one-on-one coaching, whatever study pack that you go for, we have study mind maps for our students. Now these study mind maps are very, very straightforward direction on what you should do, what you should not do, what you should focus on, when you are doing your revision, so that it's straightforward, reduces your time and tells you what are the important aspects you should focus on when you are preparing for this exam. So just as an example, I have put up the P1 mind maps over here. We have the same mind maps for the management level all subjects, strategic level all subjects, plus a full comprehensive notes which are our own, which are our study notes. Plus we have straightforward mind map examples for you, which are like 1-page revision for each chapter. This helps you save your time and help you focus on the most important aspects of this exam. So for those who are self-studying and who are doing the, who are doing the OCS, MCS or the SCS and are starting with revision, the first thing that I would recommend to you is, when you study in a way where you can recall the topic in your own words without having to learn definitions, without having to look at any sums or anything. For example, let's say we are speaking about types of decisions, for example. Now there are 3 types of decisions that you must know, or decision criterias. There are operational decisions, tactical decisions and strategic decisions. So from the OCS exam perspective, what we expect you to know is what operational decisions are. Okay, they are day-to-day decisions used for running a company. Tactical decisions are made at the management, middle level. Strategic decisions are made at the top level of what the company strategy should be, what the company's products should be. This much, if you know about every single topic, 5 lines, in your own words, without learning everything, without solving any sums, having conceptual clarity. For example, activity-based costing, if you are able to explain it in 5 lines, 6 lines, in your own words, your job for this exam is done. So when you are doing your revision, be smart. This is what smart revision means. You don't have to learn everything, don't have to mug up everything. Conceptual clarity is key. So if you're self-studying, remember conceptual clarity. If you are studying with us, your life is much more simpler, because we will tell you the pattern of this exam. We will give you the study notes. We will give you the mind maps. We will control your revision, limiting the information for you, so your life is easy and you are focusing on the important parts of this exam. Because if you look at it, within 3 pages only, we help you revise chapter number 1. Chapter number 1 is done, dusted in 3 pages only. Focusing on the most important areas is key. Just putting this in because I feel it is very, very, very important. With revision, a lot of students will revise everything, the method that I mentioned. But then you tend to forget some important concepts, or you want to revise some important concepts. FinTutors is the first tuition provider in the whole world who is using AI and leveraging AI within our study courses to make your life much, much, much more easier. So for the OCS, MCS and the SCS, all 3, we have revision AIs available within our revision courses. So we'll give you the study notes, we'll give you the direction, we'll give you all the groundbreaking technology that you need when you sign up with us. This is just something which I feel is very important for you to know, so I'm putting it in. So again, what is the AI? You see, deploy revision bot. Let's just click on it. We'll try it out for ourselves. And let's ask the AI a question. I'm just putting up a question over here. You'll see the answer come up on your screen. So you just gotta type out a question. Let's say, what is net present value, which is an important concept for the MCS exam. Now I'm taking the MCS as an example. So when you ask the AI, the revision AI, a question, straightforward, the AI comes up with an answer. If you look at the answer, it's very, very summarized, very, very simple, helps you understand the concepts in a very quick way, so your important difficult concepts are broken down by the AI within seconds. No time wasted. Like I said, time is of the essence. All of us are working professionals. We want to use time effectively. That's where the AI comes in. So when you study with us, you get the added advantage of using the AI within our courses. Just wanted to put that in because I feel that this is groundbreaking, and this is very this is not a sales video. I'm giving you all the tips that you need to self-study as well, but this I feel is something which saves a massive amount of time, and it's important for students to know. And our courses are the most reasonably priced for the value, personalized attention that we deliver. So this is revision pillar. So when you revise, just summing it up, when you revise, you got to be regular. For the OCS and MCS, you got to focus on the on the P pillar. On the strategic level, you got to focus on the E pillar for starters. When you start, whatever resources you're using, never aim to mug up anything, learn anything, remember everything. No, you need simple conceptual clarity. Like I explained, simple concepts, whatever the topic is, 5 lines in your own words, you should be able to come up with. That is your revision goal. This was the first pillar of preparation, the revision pillar. Before I move to the next pillar, the importance of effective exam prep is not to be forgotten. You're coming from the exemptions route, FLP route, direct to the case study, you have not done the EP and F pillar. So without using the tips that I gave, without focusing on revision, do not jump to the next level. The idea is to get started now, get started early, so you can focus on revision. So when the pre-scene is out, or when you actually pick up the pre-scene, you can straight away start to make linkages. So you can straight away start to make sense of the things mentioned within the pre-scene. Because we have live lessons. So we are one of the only tuition providers that offer twice a week live lessons at a very reasonable price, where we actually discuss every single aspect of this exam for our students, and where we hold the hands of our students and guide them through everything that they should be doing week by week, day by day. So that's the advantages of live lessons, that's the advantage of being in touch with regular studies. Please do not start with anything else except for revision. Yes, not saying that you should revise everything, mug up everything, learn everything and then pick up the pre-scene. No, but at least P pillar for the OCS, MCS, at least E pillar for the SCS done, and then you start with the pre-scene. It makes a lot more sense in terms of linking stuff. So revising the core concepts, like I have mentioned, is key. On your screen right now, for self-study students and for everybody watching this video, I want to make it enriching for you. So we have some core concepts which I want to share for you for the operational level. The key areas are going to be cost accounting, basic financial reporting, so the IAS, IFRSs, operational management, management of the company, your variances. These are very important core concepts for the operational level. For the management level, it's going to be budgeting, investment appraisal, decision making, your F2 consolidation, your F2 IASs. So these are important areas. For the strategic case study, it's all related to risk management, strategy making, your different tools for making strategies, which is in your E pillar. These are just some directions that I want to lay out for you on your screen right now, so that you can focus on them while you are doing your revision. The second pillar now becomes my pre-scene pillar. Now the pre-scene is a very important aspect of this exam. Without the pre-scene, there is no point of endless revision as well. So the pre-scene is a very important aspect. So let me show you what the second pillar of pre-scene analysis should look like. So again, just as a sample, I am showing you the pre-scene analysis for my May 2024, August 2024 exams, just as a sample. We do the same for the OCS, MCS and the SCS. Same amount of analysis, same amount of detailing will be done for you. You don't have to worry about the quality because like I said, we are CIMA registered tuition providers, Global Pass Rate Excellence Award. All of that is something which we have delivered only because of consistent quality delivery. So the same level of detailing we do throughout our pre-scene analysis because it's a very important pillar. This as a sample I'm just sharing with you. You will see that we pick up the original CIMA pre-scene. So for those who are self-studying, this is a very important tip. You can also do this. Do it by yourself. If you're studying with us, obviously we'll do all the analysis for you. You will just have to watch it, go through it like a movie. But those who are self-studying, you can do this as well. Pick up every single line in the pre-scene that the CIMA releases and try to relate it to your E, P and F pillars. So we pick up every line and we make linkages to the E pillar, to the P pillar, to the F pillar and give you a list of important topics and areas and issues that our company is facing so that we can keep them in mind and do our revision in a better way, focused revision, so that when we go to mock question writing and so that when we go to the final exam, we are already prepared on certain issues because these are the issues that are going to pop up in the exam. Majority of the times the issues that we highlight pop up in the exam. So if you're already prepared on them, it will be a much better approach for you as well. So we do an entire analysis of the pre-scene which is over 50-60 pages sometimes. I'm just scrolling on our screen and showcasing our financial analysis as well that we do. So for those who are studying by yourself, my tip will be second pillar, pre-scene pillar, pick up every single line in the pre-scene released by CIMA and try to relate it to your E, P and F pillars. Again, you study with us, your job is already done because we do the analysis for you, we present all the issues for you and we present a detailed list of topics that you should be studying side by side. So second pillar was the pre-scene pillar that we spoke of. Once the pre-scene is out, this is the kind of analysis that you should be focusing on. So this is the pre-scene aspect to keep in mind. Now when you are doing the pre-scene analysis, side by side your revision has to go on. I always mention, see, one pillar done of revision, then you pick up the pre-scene side by side. So revision will never be complete because when you pick up the pre-scene, there will be topics or gaps that you will understand in your revision as well. So you can go back and revise those topics. Side by side, you can focus on the most important topics which have been highlighted in the pre-scene by us, or you highlight them by yourself if you're self-studying. So revision will never be complete. Don't aim to complete revision. Do one pillar, pick the pre-scene side by side, and after picking the pre-scene, you will understand the important concepts that you have to go through. So you will revise the pillar that you have done plus cover the other two pillars side by side. Revision can never be complete. Then it becomes an ongoing game. So let's say every day 1 hour you're giving to revision, 1 hour you're giving to pre-scene. Again, 1 hour revision, 1 hour pre-scene. Then when you start writing mock questions, 1 hour revision, 45 minutes or 60 minutes of the mock question and another half an hour of the pre-scene. That's how we divide our time. So we are focusing on all three pillars of this exam and not giving too much importance only to one pillar. So a good study approach is doing everything side by side once one pillar of revision is completed. So the first goal is complete one revision pillar. P pillar for OCS, MCS, E pillar for SCS. Once that is complete, pick the revision side by side. And pick the pre-scene side by side. And once the pre-scene is picked up, then it's a continuous game of revision, pre-scene, then revision, pre-scene, mock questions, revision, pre-scene, mock questions. All of this is what we follow within my twice a week live classes, making it incredibly easy for students to complete the course as long as a regular 2-hour study pattern is followed. See, a lot of students give 2 hours. But what needs to be done within those 2 hours is the key, is the most important part. So that is what we need to focus on. How to use our time well is what we teach you. This was the second pillar, which is the pre-scene pillar. The third pillar of this exam is writing practice. How much ever revision you do, how much ever pre-scene breakdown you do, if you have not practiced writing, typing, you will not do well on this exam. So, very important to develop analytical skills. When you are revising, we give our students quiz questions. These quiz questions help you think scenario based, plus they help you type. Two very important skills which are needed for this exam, which we train you from the very beginning. So if you are self-studying, always start practicing typing in your revision stage itself. Okay, you studied types of decision making. I would suggest take 5 minutes and type down those 5 sentences which you remember for every topic. So you are quizzing yourself, you are typing, you are learning to type, you are learning to create your own sentences, because it's often the case where you have things in your mind, but you cannot put them on a piece of paper, which all of my students face. So developing analytical skills from the very start is what we inculcate in my students. You can see how well planned my course is, and it attacks these 3 pillars very well. Coming to the last pillar, just taking again as an example the SCS full exam. Exactly like the exam, we have questions for you which are timed. You'll see 60 minutes, 3 hours is the exam. Exactly like the exam, we have questions for you where you write the answer and submit it to my team for professional, individual, detailed marking. Is not like any other marking that you have seen. So we give you I showed you the system where you write the mock and submit the mock. After that, we mark the mock for each student, telling you your strength, telling you your areas for improvement, telling you what you should have covered, and then giving you a score as well. And then at the end, we will give you pillar focus, what you should focus on. We will give you an improvement plan, and we will give you a concluding remark as well, and an overall score as well. So this is very detailed marking that we present for our students, and this is done for every single mock that you write, and we do 25 mock questions. So writing practice means write as much as you can, but get it marked objectively by someone who is a professional, by someone who can give you tips and help you focus on your weak areas. So if you are starting early, these are the things that you should focus on. I hope you have found this video helpful. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions that you need help with, you can email us on help@fintutors.com. We will personally get back to you and provide you any help that we can. Even for self-study students, we are happy to help you. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you for watching this video.